Hello everyone, welcome to the Tech Eddy Show. I'm your host Eddy Ray, where we do tips, tricks, and tutorial videos for live streamers, gamers, and content creators. In today's episode, I'll be showing you a free photo editing program called Pixlr and how to remove a background from a photo. Stay tuned. Let's kick this episode off right. So this is Pixlr. Go to pixlr.com. And this is the pricing page. Now this is an online photo editor, so nothing to download. It makes it really convenient. It's always free. There are some paid versions to this too, which you can see right here. There's a monthly subscription kind of fee here, and also a professional yearly fee, I believe. Yeah, there it is. Yearly. So this adds extra icons, overlays, stickers, decorations, that kind of thing, extra fonts for texts and whatever. It's also ad-free for these two, so you will get some ads with the free version, but it's not really a pain at all, so I don't really care. And the basic editing tools are pretty much what you need just in regular editing situations: cropping, adding text, maybe adding some filters, removing backgrounds, and that kind of thing. So what we have here is the online editor. Go to pixlr.com, and you have two options then. The Express, the advanced editor here, Pixlr E, will have more of the tools for you. It's still free. The Playful Pixlr X is for kind of quick projects where you have to just crop something or quickly remove a background or add some text or some filters. We're going over both with you today. So we'll click on Playful Pixlr X. That's the bottom version here. And we have some photographs I was using in editing earlier. We're going to do a new one from scratch though. So you have history here, create new stock image search, open image, or load from a web page too. We'll click open image. I'm going to bring in one of my pictures here. There we go. Cool. So to remove a background, there's a few tools you can use, and keep in mind there's actually probably multiple ways to remove backgrounds from photographs, especially using other photo editors. So the way I do it may be a different way than what you do it. There's always a few different ways to do it. Now I kind of get myself a head start here with having a really solid background. This is actually a green screen here. If you're going to do a thumbnail for your YouTube video or some kind of graphic or artwork where you have to have your image or an object removed from the background, I would recommend taking that photograph in front of a green screen or a white wall or some kind of solid wall. If the background's too busy, what's going to happen is it will make your work 10 times more difficult, and it will take a lot longer to remove the background, but it's still possible using these tools. But today we'll be using this photograph of me right here, pretty studly. Okay, maybe not. So it's pretty well cropped already. But if you have to crop, go over to the left menu toolbar here. This little square with extending kind of lines is your cropping tool. Pretty much your basic crop. You can adjust the width and height up here if you want to. We're just gonna crop it a little bit here by dragging it down and clicking apply in the lower left, and there we go. Okay, the scissors is your cutout tool for removing background. There's actually a few tools within this little option here. So we can do shape cutouts, use the magic wand cutout, drawing cutouts, and the lasso kind of tool. You can keep, remove. Here are your shapes over here, and the softness of, I guess, the lines you're kind of drawing. You can extract as layer, invert, cutout, and such. You can also click this little tab here to see what you removed and what you didn't. So let's do this. We're going to use the magic wand tool. That is pretty much the easiest, especially in this scenario where I have a pretty plain background. It will be the easiest to remove. We're actually going to remove the chair from me as well today, okay? So third option in from the tool menu is the second option is the magic cutout, the magic wand. Drag your cursor into the background somewhere and just left click, and it instantly removes. There's nothing to highlight. It just takes it away by magic. That's why it's a magic wand tool. So we got some more green to remove though. We'll click here, and you get a few little spots left over. You can kind of click on those if you want to. But we'll get the majority of this done. And there we go. So in a few seconds, we have about 99.98% of the background removed. We still have the chair and a few blotches to go with, so we're going to click on the white here to remove that. Now make sure the background here, when you're clicking on this, if you have an object or if you're wearing clothing that matches your background, you may end up cutting out part of what you want to keep. So make sure you pay attention to what's being removed here, because there is black in here too with the chair, so you gotta be careful. And you see it actually cut off part of my jacket, so we're gonna go down here at the bottom and click undo. We'll have to remove some of this manually with some of the other tools in the software. We'll click white, get rid of that. All right, almost done here. All right, so we can also zoom in if we want to. It's pretty easy to do. The upper right is kind of your overview look. You can zoom out with the minus button or zoom in with the plus button. The keyboard shortcuts are also Control minus to zoom out, Control plus to zoom in. So we're gonna zoom in a little bit here. Let's take care of the black lines here for the chair. The upper right here, we can kind of drag this to focus in on that a little bit. Go a little bit closer in there. Okay, so what we can do here is use maybe some shapes. We have a nice square, so we're going to try it. We're going to drag this red dashed line, get pretty close to my finger, and that takes it away. Pretty nice, right? Go a little bit closer. Again, just take your time with this, no rushing, because it'll be easy to clean up some of these little bumps here later on. Go down here, drag this across. It's pretty good. And drag this across. Not too bad. You can also do the circle. You can kind of drag it to the edge of my finger there a little bit. And that's nice. Circles are kind of cool. You have that roundness kind of working with the form of my body here. So this works for any kind of background removal. Whether you're doing an object, keeping the object, removing the background, or a person. Let's do it over here. Speed it up a little bit. So these tools work pretty well. You can do triangles or lines, hearts. Now these shapes are also used for creating different shapes that you want to keep. You can also use them like this to take advantage of them for removing parts that you can't really get to with the regular magic wand tool. The line tool works pretty much the same way. It's just drawing a line though. We're really zoomed in there, my gosh. We'll go, I'm actually zooming the page, I believe. Wow, okay, I want to make sure we're actually clicked on the page. Oh, there we go, okay. So we're gonna zoom in here a little bit more. Perfect. All right, so let's see here. Get rid of these here. See, it puts a little line through there. So these tools can be used for other things too, but just kind of give you an overview of what the tools are. All right, so if we zoom out, I'll go up here to do that, actually be easier, to 100%, regular size photograph. There we go. If we click hint removed, you can see what we removed. It's in the lighter or kind of darker shade green, and the lighter bits of green are so what we have to remove from the object or from the background. The chair is removed here as well, so that's kind of shaded out. And let's click this off. Now there is no eraser tool in the this version of the Pixlr software online. You have to go into the advanced one, which is still free, and you'll have your removal tool with an eraser, so you can kind of erase these. But we can kind of clean it up a little bit too with this drawing or lasso, like that. All right, so let's zoom in a little bit more. I'm gonna kind of draw along here. Now, I usually add some effects to my photographs, so I don't always have to get my background removal perfect. If you're doing like poster printing or having high resolution graphics, you need to have this crystal clear. Take your time with it then, but you can also add some effects to kind of clear out some of the other blemishes still in the photograph from the background. We'll do a few more pieces up here. There's some green left over up there. All right. AI cutout, by the way, is also here. So we'll go back to 100%. And this feature is actually in the free version, so let's see what the machines do. Now, okay, yep, this is a premium tool. I figured that. So after the ad, we can use this premium tool. That's actually kind of cool. So allowing you to use this premium tool for free, that's pretty nice. But they're showing you an ad. I don't really care. That's really nice. So we'll watch the ad here. And all right, we should be able to click continue. And there we go. It pretty much cleaned it up amazingly. There's still some chair here, which we can get rid of, but that's really good. There's still a bit of a green hue around me here, but I'm not really worried about that. I can add an outline or a glowing effect and remove that if I wanted to. The AI did a really good job, plus we already had a really good thing done with the tools already given to us here, the magic cutout and the shape tools too, so there you go. Alright, so hey, that is not really bad at all for the streamlined tools that we have here through Pixlr X. Again, this is the kind of express version, I call it, of the software. You have your basic tools, cropping, cutting out background, adjusting temperature, colors, filters, effects, some text adding, overlays and elements, but we're going to click on Home. Let's go to Pixlr E. This will give us some more advanced options for removing backgrounds and fine-tuning things. So let's go to Open Image, and we'll do it all over again in this version of the software. So for consistency's sake, we'll keep the same photograph. I call it Yo. That's the name of the file. But here we go. All right, so again, if you want to save yourself time, if you're doing YouTube thumbnails, and you're doing yourself in the background or the foreground, make sure you have a nice solid background behind you that contrasts to what the foreground is, so it makes it easier to remove. All right, so let's try this. We got some tools here. Here's a cutout tool. You also have the magic wand tool right here for wand select. So we'll click this, and then we'll just click. And you see it selects pretty much all the way around what I want to cut out. And we can just go and push Control X, and boom. Pretty simple, right? Click here, same thing. Everything that I don't want is pretty much highlighted there. Click Control X, and it's cut. And we're pretty much done with the green part. So a little bit around the hat again that we can get rid of earlier, or in a little bit here, if I can talk. Got the chair to remove, so click on the chair, the white part of that. Again, Control X, or you can go up here to Edit and cut when you have something highlighted, like that, and cut. But the shortcut is Control X, so make it a little bit easier for yourself. Cool. And look at that, we are pretty good here. Just some outlines to get rid of here. So we'll click on the eraser tool now, and we'll zoom in here for you to see this. Get rid of some of this chair garbage going on. All right, so click on this, and boom. It is very clean and easy to remove. Just make sure you don't go into what you want to keep. So keep the outer edge of the circle here along the outside. Even removing the white here from the chair still. Not bad. Zoom up a little bit here. There we go. So yeah, having the eraser adds a lot more to your tool set, kind of fine-tuning things here. All right, that's not bad at all. So let's zoom out. let's see what we have going on. Some more chairs up here, so we'll get rid of this. So really, no rush again when you're doing this. Just take your time. Make sure you have a steady hand. It's important. So it's not bad. Just in a few, minutes here, we have a pretty good looking picture. Almost everything is removed. Again, there's green here, so I'm not really worried about that, because look what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to filter, and we're gonna do an inner glow. And I like using like a white glow for my thumbnails. So this is what I usually do when I do thumbnails. I do cutouts, and my picture here, I put a glow around it to kind of fill in and remove that green, and it makes your image pop from the thumbnail too, which is kind of cool. So you can kind of change the opacity here and the size and strength. So when you click on this, keep in mind this is online software, so give it some time to work its magic. If you go too fast, you may not see the effect right away. So take your time with it. Size down a little bit. There we go. Set glow. We're going to click apply, and that's not bad. So we'll do one more here. We'll do the outer glow too. Outer glow. Again, white. I usually like white, but any color you want to choose, you can choose that here. All right, opacity. Bring that down a little bit as well. And the size down. And the strength down. So you can kind of adjust these to what you think looks best. But yeah, that should pop pretty good on a thumbnail, right? So all we have to do, we can pretty much use this selection tool here, drag it to what we want to cut out. Let's just cut this picture. All right, we're going to click File and Open Image here. And I'm going to find a background image we can use. Click on this. Got a really cool background to open up here. This is Arena of Valor. This is a game I played for a bit. Click on image size. And again, this is a 1280 by 720. So this is actually the YouTube size for thumbnails. Now I'll be doing a separate video on thumbnails at some point, so keep that in mind. But I just want to show you here with your cutout object now what you can do. Go to edit and paste. And boom, there is your cutout. Background removed from our picture. And now here we are. We can kind of change the size of this if we want the width up here to just be 500. And it keeps that aspect ratio for you. Drag it down here. And yeah, and boom. What I usually do with the backgrounds, by the way, is I usually blur those so it makes you stand out even more. I click on filter and I go to Gaussian Blur. I kind of like that a lot. And get it blurred here so you can see the game, but not too much in focus. Click apply and boom. Look at the foreground, you see me in nice focus, and you see the game in the background there kind of blurred, but you can still see what it is. And that's just what I do for my thumbnails. Now, again, I'll be doing a full thumbnail tutorial soon, but I wanted to show you what you could do and how it looks after you cut out your image here, adding some glow around your image to kind of help kind of fill the blemishes, and adding it into a background again, changing out the background. So there you go, guys. Pixlr X and Pixlr E, these are totally free once again. So also check out the mobile app for Android and iOS. I use that as well quite a bit, and it's pretty awesome. And that will wrap up this episode of the Tech Eddy Show. Alright everyone, I hope you all enjoyed the tutorial video today for editing photographs, removing backgrounds using the Pixlr software. And I can't stress this enough, Pixlr is totally free and it's online, nothing to download whatsoever, so it's very, very convenient to use. Also, check out the app once again in the App Store. And I hope you all enjoyed the show. My name's Eddy Ray for the Tech Eddy Show. We'll see you guys back here next time.